Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location, which is in the state of New Mexico in the United States. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer, and I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday. Dr. Pillai has explained that the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is also a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing this puja, we are invoking the blessings of these light beings to come into our lives and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I've drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard on a side table, a blackboard that's laying flat. And I'll be using that for doing the actual puja. To do the puja, I have a container of water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and also a bowl of fresh flower petals. To start the puja, I'm taking a container of water and I'm sprinkling some water on all four sides of the blackboard chart. I'm also sprinkling some water on top of my own head and sending some water out into space, a few drops, towards all of you, so that whether you're watching it live or later on a replay, everyone is participating with a sense of purification. To start the puja, we begin with invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. I also ask him to remove obstacles in the lives of the participants, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your lives. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you, now and always. And we thank him for his help with this. Now, I do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank St. Yanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now we start with honoring the various time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Thursday, which is ruled by Jupiter. We start with honoring Jupiter. I'm going to put flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart when I say Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in the star of Uttara Palguni, one of the stars with energy for relationships, I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Uttara Palgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Palgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Palgunaye Namaha. Next, we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. At the moment in my area, we are in the fourth waning moon, called Chaturthi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chaturthi Devye Namaha. Om Chaturthi Devye Namaha. Om Chaturthi Devye Namaha. Next, we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, this is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, we acknowledge the time elements of the yoga and the karana. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Driti, which has energies of enjoyment. Driti, Driti, Driti. And the karana that's active right now is one called Balava, which has energies that are spiritual. Balava, Balava, Balava. Now, we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would start this part of the puja by looking at whatever sign is currently the ascendant, the sign coming up on the eastern horizon. In my local area right now, represented with the letters AC here, is Kumbha, or Aquarius. This is where we start. Dr. Pillai said we would start by honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture for its importance at the moment. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn on the blackboard chart. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant, we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, honoring the planets, the stars they're in, the archetypes that rule those stars, the planets that rule the stars, and the planets that rule the zodiac signs that planets are in. Today in the ascendant, we have Saturn, we also have Venus, and we have Neptune. We start with honoring Saturn. I put flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, music, and good reputation. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Dhanishta star, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, Venus and Neptune are both in the same star, so we're going to honor both of them before we invoke the star. We start with honoring Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor Neptune for being in Aquarius. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Both Venus and Neptune are in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can give blessings for purification. I put the flower petals across Venus and Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can give blessings to help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. We ask for his blessings, and I put the flower petals across Venus and Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience, structure, and compassion, and Venus, planet of happiness, planet of beauty and enjoyment of material plane comforts, and Neptune, planet that helps with our intuition and also helps us to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttarabhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can give blessings for business development. We ask this star to help all of us with business development and to help businesses on this planet to be conducted fairly and with integrity, and for the products and services to genuinely be of service to humanity. Om Uttarabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttarabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttarabhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttarabhadrapada star is ruled by Ayurbundia, an archetype who helps to guard treasures and valuables. Om Arbunyaye Namaha. Om Arbunyaye Namaha. Om Arbunyaye Namaha. Uttara Bhajapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most metaphysical of all the zodiac signs, today containing Jupiter, the planet that helps us with everything related to spirituality. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus. Both Rahu and Uranus are in the same star, so we're going to honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus, and I offer the flower petals to him on the blackboard chart. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Both Rahu and Uranus are in a star called Bharani, a star symbolized as the yoni, a symbol that represents the female private parts. This is a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power or energy. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars right now, we pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us to think outside the box, and also a planet that can help us make friends with new technologies. And Uranus, a planet that helps with success in life and higher intelligence, and also astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini, a star that gives blessings for prosperity, beauty, and creativity. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. He's also the husband of Saraswati. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Rohini, which is the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and also a great love of luxury and comforts. Today, containing Mars, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems that can be solved. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kanya or Virgo, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Uttar Palguni, a star with energies for relationship, friendships, partnerships. Om Uttar Palgunaye Namaha. Om Uttar Palgunaye Namaha. Om Uttar Palgunaye Namaha. Uttar Palguni star is ruled by Aryaman. Aryaman rules things like contracts, keeping one's word, having a sense of honor and integrity. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Uttar Palguni star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun on the blackboard chart. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Virgo, which is Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury on the blackboard chart. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Virgo, a sign that is the most logical and analytical and detail-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu star. Ketu is in Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. It's a star that can give divine blessings and also blessings for independence. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Hanuman, an archetype who rules the wind and the air element. He's also the father of Hanuman. We're honoring Vayu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu on the blackboard chart. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus on the blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, and harmony. Today, containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. Ketu can give us a sense of detachment and also a longing for liberation. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Mercury and Pluto and the Sun. Mercury and Pluto are in the same star, so we will invoke both of them before we invoke the star. We start with Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Next, we honor Pluto for being in Capricorn. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Mercury and Pluto are both in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals across Mercury and Pluto. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals across Mercury and Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor the sun for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals, or I offer the flower petals to the sun on the blackboard chart. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that gives blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. I put the flower petals on the sun on the blackboard chart. Om Danishtaye Namaha. Om Danishtaye Namaha. Om Danishtaye Namaha. Danishta's star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Danishta's star, which is Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn on the blackboard chart. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing Mercury, planet of communication, planet of business, planet that helps with our sense of humor, and Pluto, a planet that helps with our intuition. Pluto helps with science and rationality. And the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our high self-esteem. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard chart that has the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of fire with its heat and light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now I take a lit incense stick and I offer that 3 times in the air above the chart in a clockwise direction. This is representing the air element, and also it has a sweet fragrance. Next, I ring a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take a little raisin, a small fruit, and this represents the earth element. And I pass this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later I will eat that as a piece of prasad or blessed fruit. Now I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to bless all of us and also to send their blessings into our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs. May everyone have clean air to breathe, and may everyone have love in their life now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. I know that we are all holding Turkey and Syria in the light as well right now. I am in contact with someone in Turkey who says that they're actually expecting the death toll to go probably as high as even 100,000 across Turkey and Syria, as so many apartment buildings, high rises, etc., went down that would have crushed, entire families that were sleeping. So we are holding all of them in the light. This is a big disaster. And they know that countries and agencies across the world are sending help, and they are grateful for that. But there is ongoing right now a lot of trauma, a lot of suffering, and we send light and love to the survivors, to those who are working with the rescue efforts, and also we send our blessings to those who have passed on. So just wanted to say that this morning. Checking to see if there are any questions in the chat. I see Julia asking prayers for her country. She's living in Peru. We send blessings to Peru as well, a country in South America. We ask these planets and stars and archetypes to be blessing our entire world, to help the entire earth plane turn into a place of love and light and peace, to help us evolve to where we truly care about one another, where we truly are interested in peace, where we are truly interested in sharing our surplus with others. We ask them to turn us into the planet of love when we're broadcasting that out into the universe, and instead of some of the negative energy that is currently happening here. All right. Checking the chat again to see if there's any questions. Not seeing any right now. So I will go ahead and close the chat, close the stream, as I want to always be respectful to your time. We do appreciate it when you hit the like button or when you subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel to grow. Thank you all for being here. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all. Namaste.